Hey, welcome back. This is Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd. Definitely a top 5 campfire song, and a really good one to learn for sure. It's going to bring about certain techniques where we're having to isolate notes, single notes like that, and then go into a strum. Much like we did on the Johnny Cash version of Hurt, if you've been through that video. Let's jump right in on this guy. You should have your sheets in front of you, hopefully, and have a sort of an understanding as to what those numbers are all about. Tab, short for tablature. I think we're all okay with that. I'm going to start here with my ring and pinky fingers. Already here on the 3rd fret of the B string and high E string respectively. Just that. It's almost like you're playing the top notes of a G chord. Get them on there before you do anything, and your first finger will be free to roam here. And you sing a 0-2 with that little slur marker over top. That means to hammer. So I'm going to play the open A string, that's your 0, and then without a pick stroke, slam on that 2nd fret with your first finger. There we go, and you might get it very quietly at first, like it won't work. You got to come at it, fairly decisively. Give it a good amount of velocity there. So we have got hammer. Whoa, jeepers. I'll take that again. So we have got hammer, then the open D string, then the 2nd fret on the D string. That's your opening riff. So we've got 0-2 hammered, then the open D string. There we go. And notice I'm resting with the right hand here, resting there on the pins just to get that accuracy. Rest your hand just on those pins that are holding in the strings. That ensures that the pick stroke is coming directly from the wrist and you're not out in space trying to find those strings. You'll have to look at first. That's perfectly reasonable. You're going to miss strings here and there, no doubt about it. Me too. And that again. Now, you'll see an E minor 7th chord notated on your sheet. That's this guy here. You kind of end up with that shape if you've done what we talked about. And we've got... And now the strum marker is down, up, down, down. So down, down, up, down, down. 2 X's in that chord, so we're not hitting the low E, we're not hitting that A string either. So what we have so far, and great. Now the 2nd lead phrase, I'm going to get rid of that first finger and go. And then run to a G shape. Down, up, down. And that's it. You get one less strum on the G chord. Let's do that again here from the top. And then strumming. And then open G. 2nd fret, D string, open D. Now G, strum, down, up, down. There we go. That brings us to the end of the first line. And you're already on that G. We've got the first note's a freebie here. We're going to play that 3rd fret on the low E. And then abandon ship. Hammer the 0-2 like we did earlier. Open D, and then 2nd line, you see a 2 written there. Again, so the end of the first line, beginning from the 3 is... And the 2nd line. Here's E minor 7th again. Down, up, there we go. Continuing on. 2, 0, 2, and open D. Here's a G chord. Down, up, down, which is going to bring us to the end of the 2nd line. Let's recap, see what we have so far from the very top. Here we go. E minor 7. And end of the first line. Strumming. And G. Great. End of the 2nd line is the same as the end of the first line. We do this on the G chord. It's 3rd line. There's your 2. And now E minor 7, down, up, down. Here we go. A little different here. Descending, 2, 0, 2, 0. Now A7 sus4. Now that chord would appear visually to be the same as E minor 7. So it's an awful name for a chord. I realize A7 sus4. It looks an awful lot like that E minor 7th, but notice that the A string is available to you. There's only one X when we're calling it A7 sus4. So same shape, but you want to begin your strum from the A string itself. So going from the end of the second line again. End of the second line, we're starting out on G here, and hammer. Third line, there, and then E minor 7, down, up, down, and 2, 0, 2, 0. Open A, and here's your A7 sus4. And you'll see the strum marks there, down, up, down, down. And end of the third line, we're moving quickly through this, I realize. Fourth line, E minor 7th, down, up, down, and 2, 0, 2, 0. A7 sus4 again, down, up, down, down, into that fourth line. And lastly, G, down, up, down, down. Once you get a couple of these ideas, as I'm sure you've noticed, it's fairly repetitive with a mild variation there toward the end. Okay, so here it is from the top, very slowly. Play along if you can at home. Here we go. We're going E minor 7. G, down. Second line. Down. End of the second line. Third line. A7 sus4. Fourth line. Last line is a G. There we go. You'll notice that I'm resting for when we're playing lead ideas. And then, when we're going to the strum, no rest. Just, yeah. And then you gotta find your resting spot again to get the lead idea, and then off you go. Yeah. You'll get used to finding that spot every time. Looks great. Hey, when we get into the vocal part of the song, we're C. Now, the strumming patterns, we tend to, I would say, reduce it to a pattern. Now, he's doing all sorts of little scrubs in there and little fills. You would be safe for a campfire reversion, or a core pattern, I should call it. To run, I'm just going to sit on a C, do this pattern here. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. If you get that as your core pattern, and then you can add some little fills in there. We want to count that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and with the emphasis being on each beat number. So again, 1 and 2 and 3, and there's a D coming. 2 and 3, A minor here. Follow your chart. A minor, 2 and 3. Here's your G. Here's a D. Utility. Going to a C. A minor here. And back to a G. Great. So that's your core pattern, as we'll call it. Supposing I wanted to put some little tinkles in, little fills, it's completely up to you. Let me take that again and go. Core pattern with some little tickles in there. I'll call it 1. And 1. Here comes 1. 1 and 2. You just gotta fill that time. No real secret. Little flourish toward the end of the bar, right here. 2. Yeah, but it adheres to that core pattern, and then just little incidental fills. Now that was, I know that was a lot. Use your pause and rewind buttons faithfully, and you'll get through it one bit at a time. Easiest to memorize it as you go, I think you'll find. Staring at the chart, staring at your right hand, looking for your left hand, that's an awful lot. So maybe memorize a bar at a time, go back, add one, and you're off to the races. So I hope you enjoyed that. Shane here with you. We'll see you again soon. Cheers.